Hello everyone, it's me, Coffee Stitcher, or I guess today Cherry Coke Stitcher. It is the Sunday after Thanksgiving. There is a video this week. Huzzah! I actually got a lot more than I thought I would get done. So, yeah, here we are. I hope everyone in the US had a great Thanksgiving. I hope everyone who went and took advantage of Black Friday had a good time taking advantage of Black Friday. I took advantage online to a degree, so we'll have things to discuss coming up in a little while. We've got whip updates, we've got haul, another new start, because I'm on a new start train, and then, I did not get the December goals together, so we'll get those next episode, even though, because this is the last Sunday in November, if you can believe it. I am off on Thursday, so I'm meeting the two queens and going to Stitch Niche. I believe that's still in the plans. Not that I can really spend a lot, but that's okay. So, anyhow, I guess moving right along, we'll jump into the Q&A. Let's see. So, Christine at Every Stitch of Pleasure asks, on 18 count linen, do you work over 2 or over 1? And I'm working over 2. That's what the pattern calls for. It's 1 over 2. And she also asks, it says she'd like to try some Just Nan or Victoria's Sampler 3-dimensional pieces, but I feel intimidated by them. Are they just not your thing, or do you get overwhelmed by the putting it together part? And I think it's the putting it together part that really gets me, because that's a lot of steps. A lot of very precise steps, and that scares me a little bit. And I think that was it. We didn't have a lot of Q&A. So please feel free to throw out questions, because I do love the questions, and I love the answering of things. So, alright, so I guess we'll go with haul first, and then whip updates. So, the first... Sorry, my phone started ringing, and apparently the iPod is still linked to the phone. So, that's why it suddenly stopped. So, I guess we'll move on to the haul. I may have already said that. So the first thing up is St. Peter's Fair. It's from Shepherd's Bush. I got the kit super cheap on eBay. It's everything you need for it. And I'll try to get in closer on the actual pattern picture itself. As you know, Shepherd's Bush, especially the 90s ones, don't have the greatest photos, but it's called St. Peter's Fair. It's a band sampler. It's got a little sun and a girl and a boy with a maypole and just some really cute things. So, it'll probably be a start next year during the new year. So I got that. I bought... The only actual pattern I bought... at least cross-stitch pattern that I bought with Black Friday was the Primitive Hair Beatrix Potter chart, and that's it. There's glare. So I bought that, and I've got all the stuff to start it. So that'll be a start here probably before too long, because I think Sarah Stitches wants to do that with me. Alright, now for the big motherload of haul. As I think I mentioned, the Trisha at Three Owls is now just is now an online distributor, or is a U.S. distributor for Soda Stitch. And I gave her the idea, and so she, as a thank you, sent me my first order. So, one of which I've already started, which is this one. I'll show it to you in a moment. But A Legend of the Blue Sea. So I got that. Then I got out of order, the Four Seasons patterns. So here's spring. Here's summer. Here's autumn. And here's winter. Which might as well say Christmas, but, you know. Then I got Coffee Break. I got Fairy Tales of Childhood, which has Little Red, Jack and the Beanstalk, Anne of Green Gables, Peter Pan, Hansel and Gretel, Alice in Wonderland, Dog of Flanders, and Rapunzel. I got Grandma's Garden. I got Country Kitchen. I got Four Seasons Dogs. Oh, you're so cute with your little puppy faces. And then, of course, Fairy Tale Lands 1 and 2. I did buy some fabric from Under the Sea that may be used for this. I've got a couple of fabric things. I'm not sure what I'm going to do them on, but we're in the beginning stages of that. Hopefully I'll be able to get the fabric I want so that I can do them at the first of the year. So, I'll work a little backwards. So I did go ahead and start Legend of the Blue Sea. It's on Caribbean Tides from Under the Sea Fabrics, and I started, there's her harp and her seashells, and then the start of some seaweed. And the seaweed actually shows up better in person than it's showing up on camera. Alright, so I worked on this week. One of the ones I took with me to San Antonio was Gypsy Hearts, and it's actually going to go to work with me to be my work piece. I got the 3 center hearts done, I got the outer Scotch squares done, and I've started on the border. So, or the inner border, there's an outer border still. So I worked on that. And then I worked on the stocking, and I got a fair amount done on that. So there's the stocking. Really like working on it. It's a really nice piece. I'm looking forward to getting it done and then picking a second stocking. So, oh, I need to pause. Hang on. And we're back. Okay. So we've also got, I worked on Longfellow's Round Tower. I did not finish the border in page 3 yet. So we will finish that up this week. But there we are. Almost done. I've just got the little red pieces, which are, where do the red pieces go? Yeah, the red pieces are not much. So we'll finish up the red pieces, and then we will be done with the first 3 pages. So I still love this, though. Alright, and then I worked on Summer Patchwork. I did the little bit that still had to be done, which was the back stitch. So there's that. So I'll figure out most of the ones that I've started, I think, are going to stay as permanent in the rotation till they're finished. And I will work out my rotation or I'll work out my goals for next month here soon. So, anyhow, I guess that's kind of it for me today. Sorry this one's been sort of herky-jerky, but things happen. I hope everyone had a wonderful Thanksgiving for those who celebrate. If you don't celebrate, I hope you had a wonderful week. And I will see you all next week.